Thanks very much for joining me. My name is Deborah Brosnitsky, and I'm with the HR team here at Power to Change. Wanted to walk you through the staff review for this year, and I wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit about some of the changes we made. We haven't made very big changes. What we've done is kind of made it easier for staff and supervisors to access the staff review, and we've given it more of a flow so it's easier to follow and easier to complete. It should take you about the same amount of time to do it, but there are certain steps involved, so you have to follow the steps accordingly to make sure that you don't miss anything. So the first thing we start with is the staff review. And it's important that the staff do their review first before the supervisor does their review, because what the staff answer, the answers that they give, gets populated into the supervisor's review sheet. So the staff doing their review is what triggers the whole process. The format is easier to follow and it's a little bit more complete. I'm going to walk it through with you so that you can see what I'm doing. So the first thing you need to notice here is that it says staff review dashboard. This is what you're going to see when you first enter in. For supervisors, you'll see something different, but I'll explain that a little bit later. But for discussion this morning, we're going to pretend that I'm a staff member and we're going to walk through that staff review process and I'm going to complete it with you. So when I open up my staff reviews, this is what I'm going to see. I'm going to see step 1, staff member prep work. That gets done first, and I'm going to hit complete prep work. This is the same questionnaire as we had last year, same kinds of questions, only it's just formatted a little differently. So when we're looking at completing the staff member worksheet, that would be my staff member check-in. I want to make sure that I am answering the questions as I go, and you're going to notice that once I answer the questions, the box is going to change the color here. That lets me know that I've done that. So the questions 1 through 8 are going to be multiple choice questions where you can answer, you rate them, and then the questions afterwards are going to be longhand. So let's start walking through it. Just a couple things. First, you want to make sure that you try to answer each question as honestly as possible. The idea here is that you want to have a conversation with your supervisor, and so letting them know exactly how you feel or what you're challenged with or what you're excited about is really going to help you develop a development plan going forward and even help you create some objectives. The other thing is, please do not change the rows. Don't add any rows or change the columns or the layout, because it's going to impact the functionality. So just walk through the questions as they're outlined here and answer them as honestly as you can. So now your supervisor is going to see all of this and they're going to consider and review all of it. So now you're done. The staff member has actually done their review. You're good to go. You've completed everything, because everything now, all the colors have changed. So that means you've answered every question. But you've got one more thing before you sign out of here, and that is that you need to submit your answers, because the submission of your answers is going to populate into the supervisor's worksheet. So here we go. I'm going to go up to the Google Docs menu bar, which is up here right underneath my name. It says File, View, Insert. Right at the area, and it says Staff Reviews. I'm going to click on Staff Reviews and I'm going to hit Submit. And then it's going to say Authorization Required. That means that Google's asking me for authorization to let the script that I've just completed run. I'm going to say Continue. Now it's asking me to choose an account. Well, it's going to ask me to choose an account that this P2C review is going to come from. I'm going to click Deborah Brosnitsky on here, and then it's going to say, are you going to allow for Google Docs to get access to that? Yes, I'm going to, so I'm going to say allow. Now it is all done. It's done. It's now been populated into your supervisor's worksheet, and now your supervisor is going to take over. Expect a phone call from your supervisor setting up a time to sit down and talk about this kind of stuff. So for the staff that don't have direct reports, you're okay. You're good to go and you can check out. For supervisors who are continuing, you need to stick around with me for a little bit, and I'm going to take you through the supervisor's worksheet. So thanks very much, those people that are signing off now. Supervisors, stay with me. We're going to go on to the next step. This is what a supervisor will see on the dashboard. On the dashboard, you're going to see your own personal review. That's the review that you're going to do with your supervisor, but you're also going to see a list of your staff. So in this situation, Mandy's supervisor, I'm the staff, so my name is listed under here. So I'm going to go under here for my staff, and I'm going to complete the prep work for my staff member. I'm going to click on that button there. Now the most important thing is I want to make sure that I've actually populated the answers that they've submitted, because she submitted them and now I need to make sure that they got populated into my spreadsheet so I can see what she's done. So I'm going to hit staff reviews up here in the Google menu bar. And staff review is going to say get staff review. That means I want to get Deborah's staff review. So I'm going to hit that button there and I'm going to say yes, I'm going to continue that. I'm going to do that because Mandy Fung is the supervisor, and I'm going to allow. So now it's going to populate all of her answers into my spreadsheet. So you can see here how it's all been populated now. So all the answers that Deborah gave is now populated in my spreadsheet. And now you want to make sure that that gets submitted too. You got one more step to do. Review is not submitted. You got to follow. So you go back up to the staff reviews. I'm going to click on staff reviews and I'm going to hit submit. You want to hit continue. Allow. Here, you can see the complete the paperwork. It should be a check mark here. Now, you want to have a discussion with the staff member. All right, so here is where the answers that were populated from the staff check-in review, they're once again populated into this review that you're doing together. You're not done yet. You've got one more thing to do, and that is back up here, click staff review, and then you want to hit submit. You want to hit continue. Go into Mandy Fung, because that's my boss. And it's going to show me, it should show me, I'm going to allow it. You will see a check mark here under my staff, because Mandy's the supervisor. You will see a check mark here, a check mark here, and a check mark here. And so you will say that Deborah Brosnitsky's staff review has been completed. You may have other staff that are kind of in different stages, so it might be only one check mark under staff prep work, and you still have to complete yours, and you still have a discussion. So it might be in different stages depending on where you are with the staff. That is the staff training, and I thank you very much for your time. Please feel free to contact HR if you have any questions. We're hoping that this process makes it really self-explanatory and relatively easy for you guys. But if there's a question, feel free to contact us. Thanks so very much. Have a great day. Bye.